Grab your Nuka-Cola and mark the calendar because Fallout Day is almost here. On October 23rd, 2025, the date the bombs fell in the series lore, Bethesda is hosting a Fallout Day broadcast, and it all kicks off at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UK time, and streaming across YouTube, Twitch, and Steam. And so far, what they've said and promised about this event is the latest news about the existing Fallout games, community celebrations, and upcoming fan events, followed by a Fallout for Hope charity post-show. That wording from Bethesda could tell you a lot and not very much all at once, which is why speculation season is in full swing amongst all Fallout fans right now. So let's take a stroll through the most likely reveals down to the pure moonshots at this event and set expectations where they belong. Excited, but not feral ghoul level unhinged. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you want to further support the channel, consider becoming a member for early access on every video, members only content, your name in the credits, the ability to write in and have your comments featured, and access to the Discord community. Let's start all this off with the safest bet on the board right now, and that's Fallout 76 after they just unveiled their Burning Springs expansion. The biggest update the game has had in about 5 years, expanding the map across the Silver Bridge into Ohio. The add-on drops this December and folds in the Ghoul, yes, Walton Goggins' gunslinging scene stealer from the Fallout TV series, who's running a new bounty hunting system out of Highway Town. Bethesda has already been talking up the update's inspiration points from Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which means deserts, deathclaws, raiders, and a tone that veers towards the harsh and the dusty. It also means a fresh campaign for Fallout 76 with the Rust King, armored deathclaws forged like metal monsters, and a menagerie of new oddities like the new camp pet Radhog. But do we really need another trailer for this right now? Strictly speaking, maybe not. Burning Springs already made a loud entrance with its reveal, but Fallout Day isn't just about first looks, it's about momentum. We can probably expect Bethesda to use this broadcast to lock in dates, spotlight a couple of world events we haven't seen in motion just yet, and maybe even give the ghoul a little extra screen time to sell the bounty loop. If they really want to juice the hype for this new expansion to Fallout 76, they'll likely roll out a brisk story trailer that cuts between the Rust King's arena, armored Deathclaw escorts, and a headhunt public event exploding into a server-wide free-for-all. It fits the existing games language that Bethesda gave us perfectly, and syncs with the show's second season arriving in December as well. Bottom line, another Burning Springs trailer or deep dive segment is as close to guaranteed as you'll probably get in the Wasteland. And now, if Burning Springs is the lock, a fresh trailer for Season 2 of the Fallout TV series is the easy crowd pleaser here. The show drops December 17th and heads towards New Vegas, with Lucy, the Ghoul, and the goodest boy Dogmeat chasing Hank through the Mojave's neon glow. At this point, we know returning faces are stacking up and new ones too. Mr. House is in the mix this time around, and there are rumors of other newcomers as well. The synergy here is too clean to ignore. Fallout Day is a brand celebration, not just a patch notes party, and a TV trailer is candy for casual fans and diehards alike. But how likely is this? Probably very likely. Even if they don't deliver a full plot-heavy story cut, a character-centric teaser for the TV show with a few new money shots would keep the hype G-meter ticking just right, and it does dovetail with the Burning Springs push. The Ghoul now bridging both the game and the TV series is marketing kismet. Expect slick footage, a few lines from Walton Goggins to make the internet quote the entire clip by dinner, and just enough New Vegas tease to send everyone back into frame-by-frame analysis mode. And here's where things might get a bit spicy. Bethesda has long telegraphed its desire to make modding more accessible and more sustainable across all platforms. We've seen the groundwork for this already being laid in other games and official tool suites, and Fallout 4 remains the franchise's most modded sandbox by a mile at this point. A reveal of a creation-style platform for Fallout 4, complete with curated, paid offerings alongside free community content, does fit under the existing games umbrella wording from Bethesda, and it matches BGS's recent pattern of giving long tail life to its biggest single-player hits. This update to Fallout 4 has been in the rumor mill now for the past several months after Juicehead posted a video saying he believes this update is coming soon according to what all he's heard. If this reveal for Fallout 4 does show up at the Fallout Day event, expect it framed as a way to streamline console access, ensure creators can be compensated, and curate content that meets platform guidelines. Think of it as making the massive, sometimes chaotic world of Fallout 4 mods a little more navigable for players who don't really want to touch a README file ever again. And of course, it won't replace Nexus mods or the deeper Wild West PC scene. It will sit next to it and speak mostly to console audiences, much like how other studios and previous BGS games have approached cross-platform mod support. Is this reveal guaranteed? Not really, but is it plausible enough to keep on your radar? Definitely. It sort of fits into the theme we have seen them talk about so far for this event. A short segment walking through a new in-game creations browser, a tease of creator revenue share, and a couple of showpiece mods, new quest, weapon packs, settlement packs would be a tidy headline-friendly reveal. Time for a reality check, friendly but firm. Fallout 3 Remaster has existed in the rumor mill for ages now. It even popped up in those leaked, now infamous court documents that spoiled other projects which later became very real, like the Oblivion Remaster. And that history gives fans hope, and it's not misplaced, but as far as Fallout Day 2025 is concerned, a proper reveal for the Fallout 3 remaster still feels premature. If Bethesda follows the cadence we've seen with other remasters like Oblivion, Fallout 3 likely won't land until 2027. If that's the release window, then an announcement this far out doesn't make much strategic sense, especially since Oblivion Remaster was shadow dropped, and especially when the focus this fall is already burning bright around Burning Springs and Season 2 of the Fallout TV series. Could they drop a little tease? In theory, sure, but remember, this event's wording carefully steers towards existing games and community celebration. Dropping a megaton-like full remaster announcement would overshadow everything else, and Bethesda has been clear about not rushing reveals just to feed the news cycle. At this point in time, unfortunately, the odds say we won't see Fallout 3 Remaster on October 23rd of this year. File it under possible in the multiverse, unlikely in this timeline, and don't let your expectations sprint ahead of your AP bar. Let's talk about the radioactive elephant in the room, Fallout 5. We all want it at this point, but we know it's not coming anytime soon, especially since the rumor mill around this game right now is that it was recently greenlit, so it's probably several years away at this point. Todd Howard has said in so many words that they're not racing to churn out a new mainline single-player Fallout, and that the TV show does a lot of heavy lifting for the franchise storytelling in the meantime. The Elder Scrolls 6 is the studio's priority on the single-player side right now, and it seems like it has a very long runway ahead of it. My guess is that it probably has a release in 2027, and if you start penciling in years, you land in the 2030 to 2032 zone for Fallout 5, give or take the usual development chaos of course. So could we even get a title card, a stinger, a cheeky "see you in the next wasteland" tagline? Realistically, probably not. Teasing a game that's half a decade away at this point outburns goodwill instead of building it, and hopefully they've learned from that 2018 Elder Scrolls 6 teaser. Bethesda has also seemingly shifted towards reveals that are closer to launch, kind of like Fallout 4 did. I think they revealed that game about 6 months before its actual release date, but it's too far away at this point in time for Fallout 4. It would cannibalize attention from the stuff you can actually play in the next 60 to 120 days, and it would whip the fandom into a hype cycle that will only cool down in a hurry. I think it's safe to say at this point in time we should lock this one away for a future showcase, especially when the Elder Scrolls 6 is in the home stretch releasing in the next few years, and it'll actually mean something concrete later down the road for a Fallout 5 reveal. Let's zoom back out real quick and look at the event as a whole. The Fallout Day broadcast kicks off at 10 AM Pacific time, 1 PM Eastern, and 6 PM UK time, and you can park yourself on Bethesda's YouTube, Twitch, or Steam channels to catch it live. Last year's show ran a quick sitcom-sized runtime, and the tone was upbeat and community-centric, with sales, Twitch drops, and in-game events flanking a focus on Fallout 76. And it's probably safe to say we should expect a similar rhythm this year for Fallout Day, a tight main show with announcements clustered around 76 and the broader Fallout ecosystem, and a more freeform celebration during the Fallout for Hope post-show. And that charity angle is more than just a nice closer for the event. Fallout for Hope has helped raise a huge chunk of change for causes like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and the post-show is where you'll see streamers, creators, cosplayers, and community leaders get their flowers. If you love the series' culture as much as its games, plan to stick around. You'll get dev chats, fan spotlights, and the kind of goodwill beats that remind you why this community stuck around through the rough patches. As for expectations, here's the honest, friendly slider setting. The most likely reveals are things we've already seen in some form. A new Burning Springs trailer with a couple of fresh set pieces, a Season 2 TV teaser and a few new lines and angles, and maybe a more concrete roadmap for Fallout 76's Season 23 Blood and Rust, as it ramps towards December. The maybe pile for the reveals for this event has a Fallout 4 Creations reveal if the timing's right of course, and the Don't Hold Your Breath shelf has Fallout 3 Remaster, which makes more sense closer to 2027 if that is in fact the release window. And the please don't do this to your heart corner is any kind of Fallout 5 nod, which almost certainly is years away from a proper unveiling. And remember, Bethesda framed the whole thing around existing Fallout games, community celebrations, and upcoming fan events. That's your compass for expectations for this event. And odds are good we'll get the usual seasonal goodies, atomic shop glitz, themed community challenges, and a spotlight on spooky or celebratory events, and maybe some other crossover nods that tie the TV series to Burning Springs in 76 without breaking the timeline. In this situation, think vibes and continuity, not revolution. So that's pretty much the lay of the land for Fallout Day 2025. Expect polish and pep for Fallout 76's trek into Ohio, a shiny new slice of Fallout Season 2 to chew on, or maybe a practical quality of life shift for Fallout 4's modding scene if the stars align, of course. Keep your hopes warm and your hype tempered, because this year's show looks designed to celebrate what's here and what's imminent in the Fallout universe, not to spark 1,000 new games confirmed thumbnails. Kick back on October 23rd, enjoy the broadcast at 10 AM Pacific time, hang out for Fallout for Hope's post-show. Toss a few caps also to charity if you can, and let the Wasteland do what it does best. Surprise you in smaller, smarter ways while the bigger bombs stay buried a little bit longer. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there. Also, a huge thank you to all the amazing channel members.